All right, let's do this. Good morning. So we survived our first night in the wilderness with Rabbit Run and all the gear that we picked up over the last couple months of quarantine. We are in the Carrizo National Monument, and it is a beautiful place to be if you want to be isolated. It's a grasslands, and we enjoy being out here. We spent the weekend on the coast, but we were not able to find any place to open camp there. And so we spent some time in a hotel, but it was beautiful up by Morro Bay, and we certainly recommend people hanging out there. So here's a quick look. There's Dawn reading her book. We've already had a couple pots of coffee. The sun has been up officially for probably about an hour. It's nice and quiet. So hey guys, when we go out on the trail, we take approximately 17 gallons of water with us to begin with. Over here you see that we have 2 RotopaX. Those are about 2 gallons a piece. You might be able to get a little bit more in there, but they do have a recommended freeze line. Then we have the Yakima road shower, and that is the 7-gallon version. So this one is pressurized with the air hose at the top. So back here in the back, we have the 4 gallons in the RotopaX, the 7 gallons in the road shower. This side of the road shower, we have an actual shower set up. And you see that goes into our Overland vehicle systems privacy awning. And so the last 5 gallons we have in a Lifesaver jerry can, and I'll show you that in just a minute. All right, so this is our Lifesaver jerry can. This is our other 5 gallons of the 17 that we carry when we start out. What's nice about this is it filters out 100% of all biological contaminants. So trust me, you can get around YouTube and you can see people drinking out of a muddy pond. Hopefully we don't have to do that, but it does filter everything you do. So the rest of the water eventually will go through here unless we're washing or doing something that doesn't go into our bodies. But all of our drinking water, most of our cooking water that's not getting boiled, we pull from this. This is pressurized. You pump this up right here, and I think right now I've got like 20 pumps on there. This is an optional piece, but you can pump it up some more and get a little bit more pressure, but that's basically what you get. But the primary purpose of this is to provide clean drinking water. And so again, I'll show you this versus the road shower, which I'll show you in just a second. Okay guys, this is the other end of the road shower. It's a 6-foot hose that comes off of the other side of the tank. I showed you guys the actual shower on the other side earlier. We just have this tied up with a couple quick fists. Works great on the trails, never come loose. But here you can see the difference in pressure between the Lifesaver jerry can that I showed you earlier and the Yakima water shower. So obviously this is perfect for anything, washing, anything that you need pressure or to move a lot of water quickly. So in the final analysis, that's how we carry our 17 gallons when we head out on the trail to begin with. We have the Yakima water shower up here. We have the 2 RotopaX on the other side. And we have the Lifesaver jerry can that we pack however is appropriate. And we use that for all of our drinking water. And everything else, we run through the shower head. So guys, this is our refrigerator. It's a 50 quart, 50 liter, whatever. It's a 50 something Dometic model. There you go, CFX 50. We've had this running for basically a couple months in and out of the garage during quarantine. But the first time this weekend we had a chance to run it and see how it was going to work with the Jackery. And that's really what I want to talk about. So you see that the Jackery right now is at 75%. I have plugged in our solar panel, just so you guys can see, and it's drawing 68 watts. It's actually a 128 watt panel, but I've never seen it draw more than 72 watts off of solar. Even when it's plugged into the wall, it only draws 82 watts max. But you see it's at 75%, and that's after it's been running off of this battery since about noon yesterday. What time is it now?
8:30.
So it's 8:30 in the morning. So from noon one day to 8:30 the next day with no input, it went from 99% down to 75%, running just the refrigerator. We also charged my phone, and we ran some USB lights for just a few minutes, not very long at all. But I've also run this test at the house, and it will run the refrigerator for about 2.5 days before the battery gets so low that you'd really want to stop utilizing it. I have not run it to zero, but from 48% to 100%, you get about 2.5 days running in the fridge. What we do is when we're driving down the road, we're charging it off of AC that's plugged into our inverter on the truck. The Gladiator comes with a 400 watt inverter. That's more than enough to run this. For the 2 days that we spent getting to where we are now, we were along the coast, we were staying in hotels. This was only being charged by the inverter, and it was staying at 100%. We would drive for a few hours here or there, a couple hours here or there. The battery was at 100% every time I looked at it. So when we plugged it in yesterday, like I said, it was 99%. Or when we unplugged, shut down the truck yesterday, the battery was at 99%. I just hooked up the solar just now so that you guys can see what's going on here. We are going to be packing out here in a couple hours, so we are not worried about charging this up. I'll put the solar away as soon as I'm done shooting this video. But off the wall, this thing only draws 82 watts maximum in my experience. Off my 120 watt solar panel, it only draws 72 watts maximum. That's the best that I could get, pointing the panel any which way I could into the sun. But regardless, with the 400 watt inverter on the truck, as long as we're moving every couple days, this battery, as near as I could tell, will never drain or go down. I'm sure you guys are wondering, and rightfully so, what kind of solar panel I just showed you. It is made by Zoom Bros. I got this off of Amazon. Again, I thought that I would double up my wattage compared to the official Jackery panel. I think that's 100, and this is 120 or 140. And I'll check it out. Maybe I'll put it in the bottom of the video there. But anyhow, it had a lot more wattage rated than the Jackery does. But at the final analysis, the Jackery doesn't pull more than 82 watts from any source, as near as I could tell anyway, including the wall. But this is a 3-panel unit. I'm very happy with the build. It's very nice. Obviously just snaps open, folds out into 3 panels. All of your wires are connected inside at this point. And it comes with multiple adapters. So obviously there was one that plugged right up to the Jackery 500. And then you can also plug 2 USB items directly into this panel and charge directly off this panel for USB. So again, that's from Zoom Bros, and I got it off of Amazon. I don't recommend this above any other panel. This is the only one that I have, but this one is nice and it's easy to set up. Came with the adapters I needed, and seems to do a pretty good job of keeping our battery fully charged. I hear people ask how you get your girlfriend or your wife to go on the trail with you. This is how I got my wife to go on the trail with me. That's the answer, folks, right there.
And coffee.
A toilet, coffee, and a shower. Those are the three things you have to have.